Hey guys, this is Lone Conspirator and I'm back with another video. This one's going to cover the Ace 3 mod for Arma 3, and specifically it's going to cover the medical system and the updates that they made to it in version 3.7 and 3.8 of the Ace mod. Now once you start your Arma 3, you go into your Arma 3 launcher, make sure you have mods selected, and you're going to select and activate your Ace mod. It's going to ask you if you want to activate CBA as well because there's a dependency. You want to do that, and you do that by, it's already selected, so just click Load Selected Mods, and it'll load CBA and Ace for you. And you'll be ready to start up the game with Ace activated. Now with the release of Arma 3 Apex, we've got the 3D editor available to us now. Now I prefer to work in the map view when it comes to grouping players or syncing items. So what you do is you press the M key, and then it'll switch you over to the map. Now to sync and group players or modules, it's changed since the earlier videos that I've done. So if you've watched those before, if you plan on watching them, the way I explain it in those is for the older version of Arma 3. With Apex, what you do to group, for example, is you right click on the player or the character you want to group, go to connect, group to, and then just click on the unit you want to group it to. And you do that with anybody you want to group. Now you can also group, and just connect this last one here. You can also group two squads together in the same fashion, but you're going to click on their icon for the unit connect, group to, and I want to group it to this group. Now they're all one team. They've really improved that system a bit, and it just takes a little getting used to. To ungroup, you right click on the unit you want to ungroup, click group to, and then just click in the open air or in the open space, and it'll disconnect them. Now syncing works the same way. So if I wanted to sync, let's say, this squad to one of those modules, or this player we want to sync to, just click the module. If I wanted to sync him, I'd connect, sync to, click him to that module, and that's how you sync. It works pretty much the same way as grouping. And desyncing them, same as grouping. You're going to connect, sync to, and then click on a blank spot, and it'll disconnect them. So keep that in mind when you're watching my other videos, because I show you the way it used to work before Apex. Now you can sync and group in the 3D editor in the same way, but it's a little harder to see the connecting lines. And I'll just do a quick demonstration. Right click, connect, group to, and you'll see that he's his own unit now. And to reconnect it, works the same way. I find it easier to work in the map. It's also a little troublesome to work with modules and triggers in 3D view. Units and vehicles are fine, but some of the other mechanisms in Arma are easier to manipulate in the map view. Right now I have 8 soldiers placed on the map. I'm controlling one of them. I don't have any modules placed down on the map yet. And what I've done is I've changed the squad leader of this fire team to a combat lifesaver. And I have gone into his properties and I have set him as a doctor. And the reason I do that is because the AI medical has limitations in Ace 3, and so you're going to definitely want to have at least one human player in your squad that has the medic ability. And I'll go into why as we go along. Just by having the Ace 3 mod active will activate the medical system for the AI to treat themselves and for the AI medics to provide medical treatment. Okay, so now that we're in the game, you saw that we didn't lay down any modules from Ace 3, but just by having Ace operational, these guys will start healing themselves. And he's all bandaged. There is a glitch with the medical right now as it stands. You notice that the medic didn't do anything to try to help him. You have to get the medic to move, walk around or something, whether you move and he follows you or you tell him to go somewhere before he'll become active. So we'll take the medic, we'll have him move a little bit, a couple steps. Now he should respond to this guy when he's injured.
Fucking cease fire.
Then again, he might not.
Copy. Waiting.
And there he goes. Generally what I do is, for the first guy that gets hurt that I want my medic to treat, I'll tell the medic to go over to him, and that seems to activate him. And then once you get the first guy, once you get him to move to treat the first guy, he should automatically treat this guy now when I shoot him. See, and there goes the medic. Go give him first aid. And I didn't have to tell him. So the medics are bugged right now. Also, the medics will not heal themselves. If you shoot the medic, he will not do anything to treat himself. Especially when he's dead. Anyway, if I hadn't killed him, he would have just stood there and bleed until I helped him. Alright, we'll try this again. I've restarted and we brought the medic back to life. Let me get him to move a little bit.
Copy that.
That should activate him.
Standing by.
But now you'll see that he won't do anything to treat himself.
One. Cease fire.
So I have to come over here and specifically heal him. That's why you want to have at least one human medic on your squad. So I'll go ahead and bandage him up. And he's in pain, so we'll give him some morphine. And now he's showing no injuries and he's not in pain. However, once he gets hurt, even just a little bit, he will not be a medic anymore.
Fucking cease fire.
He will just stand there. He's not going to help anybody bandage.
Cease fire.
He's basically broken as a medic, and that's a bug in the module as it stands right now. Hopefully they'll fix that later. But we'll see. So keep that in mind when you're designing your levels, that your medic does have these limitations. Another thing the AI will not do is they will not revive anybody who's down and unconscious. They also won't administer any morphine. So if you have somebody that's in pain, or if you have somebody that's unconscious, it's going to be up to the human players as medics to administer morphine and to administer epinephrine to wake someone up that's unconscious. Now, I've opened this soldier's inventory so you can see that he's got one morphine in his backpack and 2 bandages. Another problem with this module right now, another bug, is that no matter how many times he bandages himself, he will never run out of bandages. So let's go ahead and give him a shot.
Fucking cease fire.
And you see he's starting to treat himself. And if we go back into his inventory, you'll see he still has 2 bandages, still has 1 morphine. Of course, he won't use the morphine himself, but he should have had at least 1 bandage expended. So the AI basically has unlimited bandages when it comes to treating themselves. So you never have to worry about that. Even if they don't have any in their inventory, they'll still be able to bandage. So just, again, keep that in mind when you're designing your levels. Now, another thing to keep in mind is that your medics will only treat members of your squad. So my fire team is that guy there and these 2. Those are not part of my squad. I can't control them. So if they get hurt, my medic will not do anything to treat them. And I'll demonstrate that now. Now you see the medic going over to treat the squad member that just got hurt.
Ceasefire.
But you notice the medic isn't doing anything to try to help that guy. So even if I tell him to walk over here and get near him, even though he's directly next to him,
Standing by.
he won't help him. The other thing you'll notice, that guys that aren't in your squad, they will not bandage themselves either. So AI that's not controlled by a player, or at least not under the command of a player, will not be part of the medical system. Now, one last thing I want to bring up. It's not part of the medical system, but in 3.7, they added the blood, so that when you shoot somebody,
Fucking ceasefire.
they'll start dripping blood on the ground. And as they walk around, they'll leave a blood trail. The longer they stay there, the bigger that blood puddle will become. Like I said, it's not part of the medical, but I thought I'd just mention it since it's blood and it's sort of related in that respect. So that's it. That's the quick update for the ACE3 mod medical stuff for 3.7 and 3.8. If you haven't subscribed already, click the subscribe button. Give me a like. Connect up to my Facebook by clicking the link you see in front of you. You can also add yourself to my Twitter, and I usually send out alerts when I'm getting ready to do a live stream or when a new video comes out. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.